All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to today's explainer. If you've ever found yourself pausing mid-sentence, just desperately trying to remember the exact right word for the clothes you're putting on your body, well, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're mastering essential everyday clothing vocabulary from Unit 4. We're going to build up your real-world confidence so you can talk about exactly what you're wearing, how you're wearing it, and what you're carrying with you, all without missing a single beat. To make this super intuitive, we're just going to follow a natural daily roadmap. So we'll start with number 1, the morning routine. Number 2, building the basic wardrobe. Number 3, those tricky words that are always plural. 4, wear versus carry. And finally, number 5, the evening routine. So let's kick things off with section 1, morning routine, essential verbs. To kind of frame our entire day, let's look at 2 major anchor verbs. In the morning, the complete overall action of putting your clothes on is called getting dressed. You get dressed for work, right? Or you get dressed for the gym. Now, notice how we contrast this with the evening action. At night, when the day is totally done, the complete action of removing your clothes is to get undressed. Getting dressed and getting undressed. You can think of these as the literal bookends of your daily routine. And actually, this brings us to a fantastic tip for really mastering these words. To lock this vocabulary into your brain for good, use the active verb phrase, putting on. Tomorrow morning when you're getting dressed, I want you to actively narrate your routine to yourself in your head. Literally say, now I'm putting on my socks. Now I'm putting on my shoes. Tying that physical action of putting something onto your body to the actual vocabulary word, it is absolutely one of the most effective ways to remember it permanently. Moving right along, let's look at section 2, building the basic wardrobe. Okay, so here is the absolute foundation of everyday style. Think about the classics. You've got a sharp, formal suit, which is typically worn over a shirt with a tie and, perhaps held up by a nice leather belt. Then you have your casual essentials, things like a basic t-shirt and a classic denim jacket. You might wear a beautiful dress. And of course, we can't forget footwear, whether that's athletic trainers for running around or formal shoes for the office. But I do want to pause on one specific item here, because it honestly trips people up all the time. When the weather gets cold, you're going to reach for a warm piece of clothing with long sleeves that you wear over your upper body. Well, in English, you actually have 2 completely interchangeable options for this, sweater or jumper. A sweater and a jumper are the exact same cozy top. Sweater is just very common in American English, while jumper is the standard term over in British English. Both are perfectly correct, and both are absolutely essential to your basic wardrobe. All right, section 3, always plural. So, what do trousers, jeans, shorts, and glasses all have in common? Well, they all have 2 identical parts. You've got 2 legs on the trousers, the jeans, and the shorts, and you've got 2 lenses in the glasses. Because of this, in English, these items are literally always plural. You absolutely cannot say a trouser or a glass when you're referring to what you wear. You must use a plural verb, or if you want to count them, you have to say a pair of, like a pair of trousers or a pair of glasses. Let's actually look at a perfectly crafted sentence that brilliantly shows this grammatical contrast in action. My suit is new, but these trousers are old. Notice how the word suit, which is a singular item, takes the singular verb is, but the trousers, because they have those 2 legs we talked about, require the plural verb are. These trousers are old. Honestly, just mastering this one small detail instantly makes you sound incredibly fluent and natural. Okay, let's dive into section 4, wear versus carry. Let's clearly define our terms here. Wear is used exclusively for things that are physically resting on your body. This includes your clothes for sure, but it also includes accessories like glasses, a watch, or a ring. If it's attached to you and adorning your body, you are wearing it. For example, Naomi is wearing a long blue coat. The coat is physically on her body. You can also use the phrase has on, as in Naomi has a blue coat on. Now contrast that with the verb carry. You use carry for things you are actively holding in your hands or your arms to transport them from one place to another. These items are not worn on the body, they're just being held by you. Think about when you travel. You take things out into the world with you, right? But you definitely do not wear a suitcase, and you do not wear an umbrella, because you hold them in your hands. You carry a suitcase, you carry an umbrella, or you carry a bag. A good rule of thumb, if it's on your body, wear it. If it's in your hands, carry it. And finally, bringing our day to a close with section 5, evening routine. Let's revisit our morning routine for just a second and contrast it with the evening.
In the morning, you actively put clothes on. Now look at the evening counterpart. The direct opposite of put on is actually not what you might expect. The correct phrasing is to take clothes off. So the crucial point here, and this is a huge trap for learners, is this very common mistake. Because we say put on in the morning, logic might tempt you to say put off in the evening. Do not say put off. You can put off doing your laundry, but you don't put off clothes. Always remember, you put clothes on, but you take clothes off.
And that brings us to the end of our Everyday Clothing Explainer. We have covered a lot of ground today, right? From waking up and getting dressed, to building your wardrobe, mastering those tricky plural rules, and understanding wear versus carry. But passive learning just isn't enough. I want to leave you with a challenge right now. What are you wearing today? Take a quick scan of your outfit and actively describe it to yourself using the vocabulary we just covered. Are you wearing a sweater? Are you carrying a bag? If you can describe your own style effortlessly, what other daily routines can you master next in English? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep practicing.